Hi there, I'm Jaya,
And I'm Ian.
and I am a sexologist who helps people have amazing sex. One of the things I've been really passionate about is helping couples, especially, to ignite passion. What I was seeing was a lot of people had maybe learned about sex, but their outside the bedroom skills weren't so great, so they needed to learn better things to actually create attraction, sexual satisfaction, and more passion in a long-term relationship. I'm the author of 4 books. I've coached people all over the world. I've spoken all over the world. I've shared the stage with Tony Robbins, who's coached over 30 million people over the last 30 years, including Oprah and Hugh Jackman and a bunch of other celebrities. And I've actually worked with A-list celebrities, Olympian athletes, and lots of other really amazing people. I've been very fortunate in my practice.
And I'm Ian, and I've worked around human development for about 20 years, mostly diving deep into communication, studying with people like Tony Robbins, Tim Ferriss, Brendon Burchard, and Kelly Bryson, a master of nonviolent communication. And one of my greatest areas of research is with my relationship with Jaya. So we're here to show the benefits with you.
So we have a hot, juicy, passionate sex life, and I think that that is one of the things that gives us the most credibility in the world, is that we're having a hot, juicy time together.
Yep.
And and it wasn't always that way. And so this is why this is really important, is we actually went through a spell in our relationship where we had 3 years of
Yeah, we had the great beginnings, like most couples do. Love, passion. You don't even need to know what you're doing in those first 9 months of relationship, because you got all this, great juicy chemicals going, and all the novelty is already there. Mm-hmm. And
then we had a baby.
And if you've been through that process, you may have had the most blissful experience, but you may know that there's some pitfalls along the way. And sometimes the pitfalls can become a dangerous cliff, precipitous cliff into the abyss of a dead relationship. Yeah. And we were headed down that rock face for quite a while.
And I was crying myself to sleep at night because, well, I'm a sex goddess and a sex expert. And here I was living incongruent with my own message. And, I have to admit it. So I was crying myself to sleep at night because I felt unattractive. I felt like he didn't want me. I couldn't understand why he didn't want to have sex with me. I felt really out of sync with who I was, and it was really painful. And I remember hitting rock bottom and thinking, do I even love this guy? Like, what am I doing with this guy I just had a baby with? And then saying things to him like, oh, I'm just going to go find another lover if you're not going to give me sex.
That didn't feel so good.
Yeah, that's a don't do that.
Yeah, that's not what we're coaching you to
list. Do. Yeah.
And being the lover of this beautiful woman and feeling that I was failing her, not knowing what had happened to my libido. We did something called Cosleeping, where we slept with our son, our baby, in the bed with us to nurture him, and that raised my levels of estrogen in my body, and I didn't know it. So my libido went down. Also, one of the things Jaya hasn't gotten into yet is she had sustained some pelvic floor damage. She got hurt giving birth, and that made sex painful. So a lot of my reticence, my holding off on sex, was I didn't want to hurt her. And I wanted love and I wanted connection. And also, you all know what happens when you got a baby. You don't get much sleep. And work becomes, it's the work, it's the baby, it's the work, it's the baby.
For both of us, work became priority. It was just like work. And then you have a baby. Where's the time for the relationship?
Right.
So the good news is that we discovered things that turned it all around. And so what we're going to do is, over the next 52 weeks, yes, you heard that right, for the next year, we are going to put out a video every week that's going to help you have more hot, juicy passion. So that's the challenge to you. 1, to tune in every week and watch the videos that we put out. And also to us, we're going to be consistent with this. Yes, we're making a commitment to all of you to impart you with some of the things that we learned over that time. So if I were to give you one tip for today.
What is that tip, Jaya?
What's my tip? I would say my number 1 tip for today is mystery.
How do you create mystery?
So mystery in your relationship, I think it's one of the things that gets lost in a long-term relationship. We see each other get dressed. We live in the same house with one another. We lay around in our sweats. We talk about everything with one another. So there's this intimacy we think is sharing everything. And I'd like to challenge that and say, let's create more mystery. So we'll go into that a little bit more deeply, but I just want to seed that in your mind that we're going to talk more about mystery and actually have something called the passion trifecta and ways that we can create that. So make sure you stay tuned for next week.
One quick thing you can do in terms of, we have a thing called mystery date night. Adventure date night. And adventure date night, one of the things, I'm just giving you one tip of the adventure date night, is plan a date, keep some mystery, don't tell your partner where you're going, and send them a series of texts, either the day leading up to or even the week leading up to, of little clues and hints as to where you might be taking them. Just one little bit of mystery that you can include in your week and get some dating back in there. Treat it like a new relationship.
So if you want more and you want to check us out, you can go to MissJaiya.com. That's MissJaiya.com to find out more. And on there, I dare you to take my sex quiz. So you can take my sex quiz there, and we'll send you a video series as well on the 5 barriers to creating a hot, passionate sex life. All right, that's all for today. Look forward for more next week. You can tune in. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Arrivederci. Bye.